Okay, so question in a group. I'm in a group called Thoughtful Faith on Facebook, and somebody asked, "Does God uh, infallibly know the future?" And everybody said either yes or don't know. I am the only one that said no. He doesn't know infallibly the future. And where am I coming from with this? So when God sent the angel to meet with Joseph Smith for the first time. Now, that could be the angel Nephi or the angel Moroni, depending on the historical account. But he told Joseph to take Alvin to get the plates. But Alvin died after that happened. So Joseph took Emma to get the plates. By the way, I'm not driving. Anyway, so that tells me that God knows the future to a point, but he may not know the specific details because we have free agency, and that's the wild card in the whole thing. Um, Now, I don't know why Alvin actually died because that's the one that he was supposed to take, his oldest brother. But I know it had something to do with his stomach. Um, And I knew in the past. I just can't remember right now. Anyway, but I don't know how that happened where he died. Maybe he was poisoned. I don't know. But but yeah, the angel told him to take Alvin to go get the plates. When the time came for Joseph to go get the plates, it was Alvin that was supposed to go, and by the time 4 years later when Joseph actually got the plates, Alvin was dead. So yeah, Joseph in this story tells us that um, God doesn't know the specifics of the future. I believe he knows the general, and I believe that there's not a time set for certain things. He knows how things are going to play out, but it takes a certain amount of time for things to play out. So and like with Nineveh, he told them he was going to destroy them if they didn't repent. Excuse me. Well, Jonah went and told them, and they had the free agency not to be obedient to what Jonah said. You know, they could have used their free agency to disobey the prophet that God sent to them, but they didn't. They repented in sackcloth and ashes, and they saved themselves from the destruction that God was going to do to them. So it's the wild card's always free agency. So the specifics of the future he knows to a point, and generally how things are going to be. But I don't think he knows exactly everything about the future. I don't think it's unfolded to him because he does live in time. And his time is a little different than ours, but um, it's kind of like so he's existed forever, basically, um, and he has the perspective of having all of this history in the past. But remember when you were kids and how like a year lasted forever, and even time, like watching the clock. We got out at 3:30, and watching from school when I was a kid, and the time between 3 and 3:30 was forever. Well, I'm 48 now, and seasons go by in a blur. Like everything happens so fast, but it's because I have the perspective of time on my side. Kim,
What? You scared me. That was fine. I was looking this way. Don't scare me.
she relies on the driver assist way too much in this vehicle.
I was looking at a
Oh, I was looking at a
I
cloud.
wasn't
How
stupid.
about drive the car? Oh my gosh. Hey, I know I'm not gonna die, even if we get into a horrible car
You're
accident,
not
but I
gonna get
do
into a
love
car
my
accident.
wife and I don't want her to die. And I don't want to get hurt because I can
You
get
know,
hurt.
hey, and you scared me. So I was like, ah, what?
That's because we were going to go off the
No, we
road.
weren't. This thing won't do it.
Yes, it will.
You want to try?
Okay, anyway, the video I am doing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so, um, but like, everything goes by in a flash, and I'm only 48 years old. So I can imagine with him, it talks about a day is like 1,000 years. Also, a day on different planets is always going to be different. But just the time, you know, like if you have the perspective of being alive for thousands of years, like the years are going to go by in a flash. But what happens if you have the perspective of being alive for millions of years or billions of years or whatever? Like everything goes by in a flash because of the perspective. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everyone. God bless. Bye.